If you were looking for even more reasons to get hyped about the upcoming Switch, well, Nintendo just gave it to us. The recent Nindies presentation, I guess I should say more so of a showcase, got me really excited for the potential future of the Nintendo Switch. First though, I'm gonna quickly talk about the presenter, Damon Baker, who did a fantastic job doing this presentation. What I really like about the Switch and their marketing that they've been doing with it is the fact that on all these presentations, they're showcasing more of the Nintendo family and not just the same handful of people that we've seen throughout the years. That's what I loved about the actual Switch announcement presentation thing that they did back in January, where they had all these different people from all the different departments and developers and just all that jazz. I just love that they're showcasing all these people from the Nintendo family, and this guy did a fantastic job on this presentation. He did a phenomenal job, and just that alone, the switch of the way that they're doing things has me really excited. So I figured today I'd talk about some of the games that really stood out to me in this showcase and that I'm really excited to play on the Switch. Because they are indie games, they will be coming out on different consoles and on the PC, but just the experience that you'll get playing them on the Switch is so different than the other consoles and on the PC that it just really excites me and gives me hope for the Switch's future. So the first game that really stood out to me was Ukulele. We've been waiting for this game for a while now. It's been in development and been kickstarted, and it's finally here. The same guys that branched off from Rare that did Banjo-Kazooie, Conker, all those fantastic N64 collectathon games. It's finally around the corner. It's within our reach, and the fact that it's coming to the Switch has me even more giddy for it, because just the fact that you'll be able to take a high profile game like this where you're exploring worlds, you're collecting stuff, it's just one of those classic just fun games to play, but you can do it on the go and it still looks fantastic. And that's one of the things with the Switch that is really cool, is that you can take these games wherever you want. They even have a mini game local multiplayer it looks kind of like Mario Party style, where you're playing all these mini games on it. It just adds another reason to get it on the Switch so that you can do the local multiplayer portable propped up TV thing. It's so cool, and it's definitely going to be one of the highlights of the indie games coming to the Switch. The second one that really stood out to me was the Blaster Master remaster that they're doing, called Blaster Master Zero. It's definitely accentuating what I am gonna love about the Switch, is the games that are going back to this retro style and the simplistic design of those retro style games. Why do you think people still play NES games? Granted, yes, there is a bit of nostalgia for it, but it's also because of the simplistic design of the games and that they're just fun to play. It creates a longevity to them, and that's what I'm really excited for about games like this coming to the Switch, because they're definitely going to be games that 5 years from now, 10 years, you're going to be going back to and playing and just loving. And again, you're not just playing it on a TV. You can take this on the go. You can take this on a train ride. You can take it on a bus ride, it just adds so much more accessibility to these retro style games, and it adds a certain charm to playing them. Plus, it's coming out March 9th. That's less than a week after the Switch launch. And can you believe that it's only $10? And people are criticizing Nintendo for not having a strong launch lineup. Well, guess what? After you're done playing the only game that matters at launch, Zelda, you'll be able to download this fantastic game for $10. It's a steal, man. It's crazy. And it's also nice to see that it's coming out for the 3DS and that Nintendo aren't giving up support for what's probably going to become their secondary console, unlike some other company out there that totally destroyed their support for the Vita. Sony. Oh man, I should go get some hauls or some Fisherman Friends or something. Wow, I should get that looked at. Anyways, the next one that had me really excited is Mr. Shifty. Now, it kind of looks like Hotline Miami, but on crack and in a good way. And the reason why I'm really excited for a game like this to come to the Switch is because when Hotline Miami came out on the Vita, it was just a match made in heaven. Like, that game is so much fun, and being able to take it on the go, it just worked really well. And undoubtedly, this will be the same type of situation where a game like Hotline Miami just fits so well on a portable system. And it's also a timed exclusive, which is really cool to see that developers are putting their faith into the Switch and allowing them to, I guess, sort of sacrifice some day one sales on the other systems and just be like, hey, we really like the Switch, so this game's coming out to it first. If you want to play it right away, get the Switch. You know, that type of thing. It's just really optimistic for the Switch itself. The last game I wanted to just quickly highlight is Strike Down Hawaii. And the reason why I'm highlighting it is because, you know what? It just looks plain fucking fun. And that's what we really want to see on a new console like this. Like, seriously, it just looks like a badass retro top-down GTA with some gorgeous looking 16-bit style graphics. And I mean, what more could you want out of a game? It just looks so much fun. And again, on the Switch, on the go, like, I can't get over that. It's something that has me just so hyped for. Last thing we're going to be looking at is the Nindie infographic that they shot up there. And it's so exciting because there are just so many great indie titles coming to the Switch in its first year. Now, I know some people are looking at the Switch as like a home console, but the way I see it, it's more of a beefed up handheld that can do home console stuff, right? So how I really like to compare it is to the Vita, because the Vita was supposed to be what the Switch looks like. It's gonna be a beefed up handheld that can compare to home console stuff. And the Vita thrives on indie titles right now. Like, it's a dead console, but there are still indie titles coming out to the Vita because there are people that, like me, love playing on their Vita. And it's because of the indie titles that are coming out. But it's just so great to see that so many indie developers are excited to create games and put them out on a system like the Switch. And to know that Nintendo are 100% in on the Switch and are willing to promote the indie games that are coming to the system. It's awesome. I don't know what else to say. It just feels like there are great things for this future of this console, which as a gamer, right, and as all gamers alike, like, that's just fantastic news. Just means that there are more great games to play. And if you're not one of those early adopters for new technology, right, then you're not going to be getting the Switch at launch, which is totally understandable because, again, it's kind of a weak launch lineup, but, you know, that's for a different video. But if you're getting it at, say, Christmas time, probably over half of the games that are on this infographic and that were in this showcase are going to be out for the Switch at that time. So add on to all the first party and the third party games that we already know are coming out later in the year, plus all of these games. Like, it's just, for the first year of a console, it looks really strong. And that's really good, because if the first year isn't strong, then Nintendo might be not so 100% in on it, which wouldn't be good news. But like I said, it so far it looks like they're willing to really support this system, and that's just, you know, that's just great news. But there we are, some of the highlights that I'm really looking forward to for the first year of the Switch. Can you believe it? This is all just first year stuff too. It's awesome. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I will see you next time. Peace.